Hi, my name is Vivi Stutz. I'm a licensed mental health therapist in my private practice, Phoenix Rise Counseling, and it is my personal mission to bring as much education and information and help and assistance and resources about trauma as I can to alleviate suffering. And what I would like to do today is bring my basic trauma self-screening tool. So I'm going to be asking questions. I would like you to sit in a safe space or serene space where you're able to turn inwards and really listen to the questions. And if you want, and just listening doesn't do it for you, I will drop a link below the video where you can download this questionnaire from my website. And I promise you, I am not taking your email. There are no strings attached. I don't take prisoners. Oh, and I want to point out that I actually spent the whole last week trying to get a wireless mic. I have all these fancy things here on my table, and of course, I can't get them to work. So just so you know, I am working on better video quality. So let's get to my basic trauma self-screening tool. Sit quietly and ask yourself, has anyone ever hit you or kicked you or thrown things at you or thrown objects across the room to intimidate you as a child or as an adult? Has anyone ever yelled at you or screamed or called your names, like called you stupid, or said mean things to you that made you feel small, unimportant, or worthless? Did you feel unloved or unimportant to your parents or a family member as a child? Did you feel that you didn't have a safe person to talk to as a child? Was anyone in your home unpredictable and scary when you were a child? Did your parents fight a lot? And was a lot of yelling or maybe even domestic violence? Have you witnessed someone you cared about being hit or yelled at and you felt helpless as a child or an adult? Did you ever experience neglect as a child, such as being left alone for too much or too long, when you were too young to take care of yourself? Was there ever a time where you didn't have enough to eat, or you had to wear dirty clothes, or your shoes were too small, or your jacket had holes in it? Were your parents or caretakers too busy to take care of you emotionally? Were they too busy or unavailable to provide more than shelter, food, and clothing? Did your parents divorce when you were a child? Did you experience split custody and you had to stay at different homes, moving back and forth? Did your divorced parents talk badly about each other? Or did they use you as a pawn in their conflict? Was there a step-parent who didn't treat you kindly or preferred their own children over you? Has anyone you loved, a person or a pet, died when you were a child or an adult? Were you bullied or ostracized in school? Did your family move a lot when you were a child and you lost relationships and you had to start over and over again? Did someone you cared about go to jail or was hospitalized and you experienced emotional cutoff or you lost a relationship because of it? Did you spend a lot of time in a hospital as a child, cut off from someone you loved, or being separated from someone who made you feel safe? Did you experience serious or chronic illness as a child or as an adult? Do you have a handicap that limits what you can do in life? Or do people treat you as less than because of your handicap? Did something bad happen to someone you loved, such as an accident, illness, a serious injury, a crime, a natural disaster, war, or combat during deployment? If they were deployed, did they see others die, they lose friends when you were a child or adult? Did you witness a natural disaster or a crime as a child or adult and made you feel afraid, or it made you feel helpless? Have you been in a car accident? Or has someone you loved been in a car accident? Or plane accident or machine accident as a child or an adult? Did someone in a relationship leave you or betray you or cheat on you as a teenager, as a young adult, or as an adult? Has anyone you loved struggled with addiction? Has anyone you cared about struggled with mental illness and the relationship was unpredictable, unsafe, or sometimes safe and then unsafe? Or was it just unstable? Did you lose the person you cared about due to mental illness or suicide? Did you experience divorce? Did you experience racism, manipulation, prejudice, or any kind of exclusion? Does aging make you feel helpless, alone, or vulnerable? Do your close friends die? Are you estranged from family and you have no one to turn to for help? Or is there anything that happened to you that you never talked about? That was my trauma screen. And now, I want you to remember or realize that any event that makes us feel small, worthless, unloved, bad about ourselves, betrayed, frightened, helpless, is a traumatic experience. If your responses were mostly no, then you may not be affected a whole lot by trauma. And if your responses were a lot of yes, but you felt safe and safely bonded to a person you could trust and rely on, someone who helped you get through it, then the traumatic experiences may not affect you as strongly today. And if your response was a lot of yes, and you had no safe bond to a person, someone you could turn to, someone who had your back, then you're likely to be affected by trauma. And as you think about the questions and your responses, do you think that traumatic experiences in the past or present affect your quality of life today? And I want to remind you that trauma is not who you are. It's what happened to you. And you may be able to cope despite the trauma and get by and keep it under wraps and keep life going. But coping is not the same as thriving. And if trauma left a wound, wounds can be healed. I hope this was helpful to you. Remember that you're important and you deserve to thrive. Again, check underneath the video if you want to download that, and take care of yourself.